Good morning, Bisley. The sun is shining again. I hope you're finding lots and lots of things to do and you had a great Easter break. And I have a challenge for you today. Mrs. Lakeman has been shopping this morning and I have lost my receipt. So I need to find out how much I've just spent at Sainsbury's. And I was wondering if anyone could help me. And I thought, I know some very clever foxes and badgers who would definitely be able to help me with adding up my shopping. Now, you are going to need a pen and some paper, and you are also probably going to need some resources from home to help you. Now, first of all, before we go any further, squirrels and hedgehogs, I reckon you can have a go at this as well. And anyone else who fancies it. And then you could go away and add up your mummy shopping as well. So first of all, I need to check with you that you haven't forgotten what adding means. What does adding mean? Can you remember? First of all, can you remember what the add sign looks like? That's right. It looks like a cross, doesn't it? It looks like a cross. Now, when we are adding two numbers together, we are making them, our total will be bigger, won't it? Because we're adding two lots of numbers together to find what the total is. Now, can you think of things that we do at school to help us when we are adding? What do we use? What can we find around the classroom to help us? Remember, sometimes we use counters. And sometimes we use those little blocks, don't we, to help us to do some careful counting. Remember, careful counting is one at a time. I haven't got any counters or blocks at my house, but I have found some hula hoops. Oops, the hula hoops have all fallen out. I'm going to use hula hoops to help me. Now, you might have Lego at your house. You might have Weetos or some sort of cereals that you could use to help you with. Or can you remember the other method that we sometimes use? I'm going to give you a clue. What other method do we use sometimes to help us to add numbers together, add two numbers together? Can you remember? When we do locking one number in and counting on. So, for example, if we had 5 and we wanted to add on 3, we could use our counters to carefully count out 5 counters and then 3, and then add them all together. So we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and then we could push them all together and do some really careful counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait for it. Well done for waiting. 6, 7, 8. All together. Or we could pick the highest number, the biggest number. Which one's the biggest number? 5 or 3? Well done. Number 5. So we'll lock that in our head and we'll count 3 more on. Are you ready? So 5, So we locked 5 in our head and we counted 3 more on to make 8. Okay, let's put those back. Now, back to Mrs. Lakeman's shopping. Now, this morning I bought an avocado. You've seen one of these before. Look a bit strange, don't they? It's an avocado pear, and when you chop it in half, it's bright green inside. And we have these on salad. This was 2p. 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 An avocado, 2p. Now, I also bought a pepper. Just gonna have these for my lunch later. And this was also 2p. So how do we write that down? Remember, this is a really good chance as well to practice and making sure you've not forgotten how to write your numbers. So we need 2p, add 2p. So we're going to write that down. So we're going to write number 2, 2p, add 2p. Now this is an easy peasy weasy one. Who can tell me what 2 and 2 is? 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. So we need to write equals. We need to write a 4, don't we? 4. 2 add 2 equals 4. Okay, so we now know that my avocado and my pepper together were 4p. 4p. I'll put those over here. That was an easy one. I could have done that by myself, couldn't I? Gets a bit trickier now though. A little bit trickier. So, next I bought some beans and an orange. Now my beans and my orange were both 5p. 5p. So now we could use our 5 times table. Or we can use our counters to help us to work it out. Or we can lock 5 in and count on another 5. Which way do you want to do it? I'm going to do some counting on. So I am going to lock 5 in my head. I need 5 and 5. I'm going to lock 5 in my head and count on another 5. Are you ready? 5. You can do this with me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 add 5 is 10. 10p. Was that a bit easy as well? Let's write it down. 5, 5, add 5 equals 10. That's warmed our brains up, hasn't it? Now, I'm going to put those to one side because next, this is a bit more tricky and we might have to look at something else we've been learning lately as well because these are a bit bigger numbers. So next I bought some ready break. Now my ready break was 15p. 15p. And my orange juice was 10p. So now we've got 2 bigger numbers. We can't use our fingers for that. 15p and 10p. So let's write it down. 15. You remember what a 15 looks like? Starts with a 1 because it's a teen number. 15p. Add 10p equals, how are we going to work that out? Now again, we can use our hula hoops. We could carefully count out 15 and carefully count out another 10 if we've got enough. Might have enough. You could do it that way. Or you could put the biggest number in your head and count on 10 more. You know we've got 10 fingers. So we could lock 15 in. 15. 25. So let's check to see if our answer is 25. You know how else we can do this? Foxes. I know we've done this in class where we can start to split up part holes. So let's split this up and see if we can use our 5 and 10 times tables to help us. So 15 can be split up into a 10 and what other number? We've got our 10. This number 1 here represents a 10. And what else have we got? A 5. So 10 and a 5, 15. And we've got another 10 here still, haven't we? We've got this 10 here. So we could add all of these numbers up together. Now, if we have a look, what's going to make this easier? We've got a 10 and a 10 here, look. So what happens if we add a 10 and a 10? 10, 20. So we know that this one and this one makes 20. So what do we have left to add in? Add into our sum to find our total. We've done the 10 and the 10. The 10 and the 10. What's left? We've just got to add this 5 in, haven't we? So we do 20, add 5. What does that make? 20 and 5. 20 and 5. Now we can again either lock the big number in 20 and count on 5. So let's do that. Let's add our 5 on. 20. 21. 20. 23, 24, 25. So I think we've checked that and I think the right answer is 25. So my ready break and my orange juice cost 25p together, 25 pence. Now, this is the challenge. Can you add all of Mrs. Lakeman's shopping up and let me know how much it costs? So, here we go. Here we go. So, we had the avocado for 2p. Avocado was 2p. The pepper was 2p. 2p, add 2p. I've written them down here in a column. We need to add them all together. So my avocado was 2p, add my pepper that was 2p, add my beans that were 2p, beans, add my orange that was also 2p, 5p, my orange was 5p, add my ready break, which was 15p, and my orange juice, which was 10p. How much did all of my shopping cost? How much did all of my shopping cost? I'm wondering if you can let me know. And also, I've got a hot question for you. because I bought some Freddo frogs. So, here we are. My hot question for you is, if a Freddo frog cost 5p, how much would it cost Mrs. Lakeman to buy 4 of them? If I had to buy 4, if I bought 4 Freddo frogs and they were 5p each, how much would that cost? That's my hot question. That's my little challenge for you. And can you please let me know how much my shopping cost? Have a safe day, Bisley, and I'll see you again soon.